Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the fourth video of my Photoshop series. And if you're new to Photoshop and you haven't done it till yet, I suggest you go and watch my introduction lectures. I'll put the link in the description box down below for your convenience. And talking about today's video, we'll be talking about the tools that are really not that common among the Photoshop users because they are not well known, but for me, they are working wonders and they're really for the person who are really on the creative side and loves painting. So actually using these tools, what you can do is you can convert any picture that you find interesting into a painting. Like a painting that you see, oil pastel paintings. Yes, you heard me right. You can convert it into that. So without any further ado, let's get started. The tool that I'm blabbering about since so long is History Brush tool and Art History Brush tool. So these both tools are really amazing and they can convert any picture into a painting. These brushes give painting effects like the oil painting you can see. So I will be taking the art brush history brush tool first of all, and you can see there's different styles. So there are actually many options in them, and I will tell you how to use and which one of is my favorite and everything about it. So you have different brush options that you want. There's a size of the brush and there's the hardness of the brush, so you can choose each of them to give different effects. For example, I choose this brush, the number 25, and I will increase the hardness to 100 and the size will be 25. Maybe I can increase the size a bit like this. So the first I'm selecting is tight shot. That would be selected in your because this was the first one. So if I go there, so you can see. Okay, first of all, don't ever forget to create a layer. I just forgot that. But you need to work on another layer because you want the background to be here. And always keep in mind that the background should be an image because it is going to work on a background layer. So that is why. Let's get into it with tight shot. So you can see this is giving me a blur effect. I don't want it this big, so I can decrease the size, and then you can see there's more detailed. So actually the smaller the sizes, the more is the detail. So different type of brushes like tight medium, which gives a longer strokes, tight long, which gives more long strokes like this, and we have loose medium, which gives like this kind of effect. This is also a different one. Then we have dab. This is one of my really ones that I like because it's more detailed. So this is stab. And then I have tight curls, which gives this curly things as name suggests. And then we have long curls, which are bigger in size and they give longer brush strokes. So this is it. So right now this looks really clumsy and I don't want the painting to be like it because it's not detailed. So I'll show you how to get a detailed painting the right way. So I'll undo all of it. I don't want it. So I just simply erase the layer. I will create another layer and I'll go into it. So I want the size small because I don't want it to be big. I want it to be more detailed. So I think 25 would be good. Yeah, and I will choose a brush tight long. I really like this brush, and I go slowly into the image. You can see it's more detailed than compared to the last one, and this is working really well for me like this. You can even go for tight medium when you are working over the fox, so it is more detailed like this. So it's giving out better details as compared to the other brushes right now because this the size is small and the brush that I have chosen giving me the right stroke which I'm feeling for this. So I think I'm done with my, I'll go once more here and then I'll go with the smaller fox like this. So you can choose any brush for anything. You can choose different brushes for backgrounds and the foreground. So it's totally up to you how you use it. So I'm pretty satisfied with what I have right now, so I'll go with another one, maybe type long again for the background, and I'll do the background over here because I want the background to be a little more blurry as compared to the fox I have because it's in my foreground. So yeah, let's do this. It's turning out okay according to me. So you can see there's a little blur effect. I want a little detail here, so I'll go with it again. I can also use tight medium with a larger size for a better effect. So let's increase the size a bit, maybe 30 something. Yeah, so it's more blur like this. Okay, it looks fine to me. Maybe here I can do a little bit. Yeah, it's good. So you can see the fox face is not that detailed. So now we'll come to the another tool, that is history brush tool. So actually what this tool does it converts the thing back to image. Like I want the eyes to be detailed. So I think the eyes is here. So you can just saw what happened. And I want the nose as well. So you just saw it converted this painting and it gives a little depth. I want the ear a little depth maybe. No, ear doesn't look good. Let's undo it. So yeah, I think this looks pretty good right now. I am a little not done here. So I go within it again. So you can see the fox face is not that detailed. So now we'll come to the another tool, that is history brush tool. So actually what this tool does it converts the thing back to image. Like I want the eyes to be detailed. So I think the eyes is here. So you can just saw what happened. And I want the nose as well. So you just saw it converted this painting and gives a little depth. I want the ear a little depth maybe. No, it doesn't look good. Let's undo it. So yeah, I think this looks pretty good right now. I am a little not done here. So I go within it again. Maybe I use a tab with a larger size. Maybe this much and then I do it. So it's totally up to you how you see your image and what you want in it. Also there's different things like normally we do in brush like spacing, hardness or whatever you want. If you don't want the hardness and you want to merge it, so you can use it like this. And increase the size of it. So it's merging better you saw. But that's how you can go with it. It's totally up to you the way you like it. And then I go with that medium again. A little bit. Okay, this is not good. This is not good. This is really big. Yeah, so this was not the two tools and I hope you find it interesting and different. I think I'm satisfied now with the thing I've done. Okay. So yeah, I think this is good. This is looking pretty. So this was about it and I hope you find this video interesting and helpful, and if you try out something with this tool, please comment down below and don't forget to share it with me. And yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching today's video and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe and share it with all your friends who love Photoshop. And till then, I see you in my next video. Keep practicing. Bye.